Hello, everybody, and welcome to Late Night Football. Welcome to the Match Reaction Show. And we're covering the preseason friendly, where it's finished Orlando City 1, Arsenal 3. It's preseason. It's preseason. So, you can't draw too many conclusions. But a few interesting notes that I found from that game. And obviously, the most important one is in the headline. Of course, I think Arsenal were very impressive in attack, especially in the second half. I think they. Had some neat interplays. There was some very good link up between Saka and Nketiah, Jesus and Odegaard. I think they linked up pretty well. If you looked at Martinelli as well, I think the first half he played pretty well as well, got his goal. So they've got some good options in attack. Arsenal, they've really got some good depth there. And that's good to see. It'll be interesting to see how they play. I thought Jesus was excellent in that second half. He was like, his build-up play was really good. His linking up with the strikers. You could credit him with an assist for the Nketiah goal as well. Maybe you could credit him with that. I thought it was pretty good. The problem though was, as it has always been, his finishing was pretty bad. I was not, well, it's pretty bad. It wasn't up to par. He got quite a few chances. There were quite a few moments where he got in, one-on-one with the goalkeeper, and then he, had the goalkeeper saved it. I don't think he missed any chances. I just think the goalkeeper saved them. So, or he was, the ball was taken off him before a good strike. So that was something there that he will need to work on. I guess, but it's preseason. There's still time for him to get sharpen up his finishing. But I do think he will be a key player for Arsenal this season. If Arsenal do get top four, and they will be in the fight for it anyway, I think Jesus will be key to that. I think keeping him fit, keeping him firing will be very, very critical, because I think he just brings something different to the team. I know Nketiah got a goal today, but I think he's just another level. Jesus is just another level, and I think he will bring something very unique to Arsenal, something that they need in the fight. And I think if he can stay on form and if he can stay fit, I think Arsenal have a really good chance of making top four. The issue, though, that will be highlighted here is the fact that their defense was all over the place. I think that is going to be a big issue. And there's two big issues. The first one, of course, is that defense. I thought Nuno Tavares looked absolutely abysmal in this game. And I know he's not going to play a lot of games for Arsenal. I'd be surprised if he plays too many against Arsenal, but he was absolutely abysmal in this game. It just looked like, you saw some players, they kind of know that there's a Hail Mary for them, that this is kind of like the last chance and they have to perform. And some players take that on board and do really well. Some players just go, hell for leather, and it, just like bamboozle everyone. I think that was happened to him. He was just trying all kinds of ridiculous things. There were the crosses were not coming off, the shots were wild. He just looked off the pace, off color, everything off today. And I think on the basis of the performance, I don't think he'll be starting too many games for us now. I thought Paulo Murray and Rob Holding were both pretty bad as well. Again, the issue that defense is there. I thought Ben White had a pretty poor game as well. He used a couple of times he was nutmegged, he was beaten for pace. I think he was playing on that right back. I don't think he likes playing there, so he's got to play in the centre back. That's what they've got to keep him. But playing on the right back is just asking for trouble, because he was just getting beaten for pace every time. So that's the issue. The other issue is the lack of squad depth. And I think that is a much more significant issue, because I think Arsenal can get by even with the sort of because the defense is still good. If you look at Gabriel, then you've got Saliba, you've got Ben White, you've got Tierney, Zinchenko. You've got enough there that they can get by. The problem is the lack of that, because if they have to go to Cedric, if they have to go to Pablo Mari, if they have to go to Rob Holding, they're in trouble. That's when they will be in trouble, and you can't play just those same players every time. Tomiyasu as well is there, so they've got a decent first 11. The problem is they haven't addressed that squad depth, and it's going to be an issue in the season, because they'll need that squad depth. I thought Murray, Holding, again, it's preseason. You don't want to draw too many conclusions, but you can kind of look at performances and figure out what's going on. And I thought the performances there were a little bit off pace, a little bit off color. They still have time to recover, but just felt like there's something missing. I thought Lokonga looked pretty average as well, as did Maitland-Niles. Elneny was okay. And if you look at the goals as well that they scored, the first and the second, the first goal, the goal that they scored was also because of that channel between Murray and Tavares, which just kept getting bombarded on that side. And so it was a nice finish from Facundo Torres, by the way. But the problem really is in depth at the end of the day, and they don't have that. And Pepe, I think, another player who looked pretty average as well. I think some might say it was poor. I think it was pretty poor. Pretty average, pretty poor. I think if you're average in this sort of game, then you are poor, because this is not, they're a mid-table club. Orlando City, they are fifth in the Eastern Conference, but when you look at the league as a whole, they're 10th. So they're sort of mid-table, basically, in the MLS. So if you're mid-table in the MLS, you're pretty much relegation championship standard at best. And so that is an issue for Arsenal's second team to figure out. So that was a problem for Pepe's own, and they'll probably look to solve that at some point. They will hope to. But again, if they can keep the players fit, they'll be okay. The problem is you can't expect players to play 50, 60 games a season. So they're going to need to address that. That might be their problem this season. A special word of mention, of course, for Pato, Alexander Pato, a player who fell completely off radar. I mean, once upon a time, thought to be the next big thing in world football. I remember still when he burst onto the scene at Milan, and everyone thought he was going to be this big next world superstar, on the level of Messi and Ronaldo. And just kind of never worked out for him. Went to so many different clubs, never really never really overcame certain issues. But he had a wonderful game today. I just loved watching him, the way he was springing past around. Always thought of him as a striker or as a winger. I think at Lando he played as a number 10, and he just looked so good. He just looked like a level above everybody else. So his playing, his passing was mesmerizing. It was brilliant. It was brilliant to watch. A story of what could have been with him. I think it's the problem has always been the consistency. And I don't think he ever got that, and therefore he never made it. But great game today. Fair play to him. And of course, at the end of the day, I think for Arsenal, it's hard to draw too many conclusions. I think the only conclusions that you can draw, and even those are caution-tinted ones, because we don't know if that will be true. But I think the attack looks settled and it looks good. The attack looks very good. It's their defense ultimately which is going to determine how far they go this season. And I think if they can sort that out, if they can make sure that they don't rely too much on their backup defense, at least in critical games, I think they'll be okay. We'll have to wait and see what happens there. Anyway, let me know in the comments, what did you think about the game? What do you think about Arsenal's performance today if you watched the game? And of course, remember to smash like for Arsenal, smash like for them. And of course, remember to also subscribe to our channel, follow us on YouTube, follow us on Facebook. We always appreciate the support. We're going to try to do more. The football skin is starting back up. We're getting preseason, but the main season is not far away. It's coming soon. So do subscribe so you can get notified when we do more videos. And of course, there's still transfer things happening. So stay tuned because there's a lot of content coming up. Thank you so much. Take care. We'll see you soon. Bye-bye.